the second part of the trilogy. By the way, I'm now up to 5 parts in my trilogy, but we're only doing 3 tonight. Part 2. Ed Moribund. Ed Moribund had heard, it seems, about my shoot the bastards scheme. My plan, which some may think extreme, to bring to life my long-held dream, condoned in talks with my chum Dave, to shoot all those who misbehave, and all the folk who disagree with views that were proposed by me. Steve, said Ed, I can't believe you wouldn't sometimes grant reprieve to those you say that you'd have shot. My comrades said you'd lost the plot. I told them you're a model man who'll set things straight if any can. I said to Ed, hey up Ed, you've got to get it through your head. If you don't find yourself a cause, you'll be the man the world ignores. In years gone by you've had my vote, your lot kept my hopes afloat. Then red took on a bluish tinge, and Ed, I'm not the one to moan or whinge, but bloody hell that Tony Blair, he seemed more interested in his hair, and bowing down to Murdoch's son, and looking after number 1, and toadying to Uncle Sam, and I doubt he gave a damn for you or me, the simple prole, who kept the pillock in his roll, and when he felt he'd had enough, he buggered off to strut his stuff, leaving us with Gordon Brown, and doesn't Gordon get you down? Ed, I said, now's not the time to vacillate, you can't be everybody's mate. You have to show you have a plan. Admit you really are a fan of shooting those who disagree, and be like David C. and me. Listen to the public's calls, grab your party by the balls, lead them to the promised land, Smith & Wesson close at hand. Extricate us from this mess. I'm sure this way you'll have success whenever comes the next election. Could you stomach more rejection? Ed said, Steve, I take your point, lighting up his half-smoked joint. Maybe I could make a start with all those bloody idle farts who occupy the other place, who shoot the peasants by the brace, and then there's those who write to hounds, toffs who shout gadzooks and zounds, and Mandelson, the greasy twat. I'm sure that I could manage that. Ed, I said, you'll do for me. I didn't think that you would see the benefits that surely come from shooting those that you think scum. Ed said, Steve, I'll pass a law exonerating us before we shoot all those offending me, like Farage with his UKPs, usurers disguised as lenders, every kind of sex offender, wankers at the BBC, commies in the RMT. He who would divide and rule, that's Brother Dave, the bloody fool. Ed, I said, you've got it, Ed. Shoot the bastards. Ed carried on. I never knew that when I thought your brainwave through, I'd come to think 'twould be a hoot to line up loads of shits to shoot. So little left for talking through, Ed bade to me a fond adieu. Pistol cocked to show the way, he'd rule the roost come polling day. Yet as I put this tale to bed, I had this nightmare in my head, of Ed and Dave on common ground when bastard shooting time comes round, saying that they've never heard of anything quite so absurd, and wish to make it crystal clear that they knew naught of my idea. If nightmare turns from fear to fact, I know for sure how I'll react. Their names will go onto my list. I doubt that either would be missed. So plebs, don't for 1 second doubt. Challenge us, we'll rub you out. I'm tracking those who don't agree with Ed and Dave, but mainly me. So hear my cry, my cri de guerre. Join my struggle, don't despair. Make a stand, raise your standards, arm yourselves, let's shoot the bastards. There you go.